In today's session, we are going to learn about currency conversion in SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay, so to better understand these concepts, let's create a model first because some of the settings to be enabled at model level for the currency conversion. So now I have a file. Okay, if you see, I have a file with around 11 records with the default currency USD, and this is my data. Now I will try to upload this data into SAC using classical account-based model. Okay, let's create a model now. Then before creating model, let me give you one more thing. So if I go to plus symbol and create model, in the model, what happens? We have multiple tabs also, public dimensions, currency conversion, point of interest. So this currency conversion tab is important. To work with currency conversions, first we need to know about this currency conversions, this particular tab. What exactly we have here? If you see this SAP FIANA currency, SAP all currency, these two are default conversion tables given by SAP in our trial account, and the first one currency USD EUR was a table created by me. It's a custom one. So what are all this? For example, if I open this SAP all currency table, so in this table we maintain the currency conversions. Okay, so what exactly the currency conversion means? Here we will maintain the source currency, target currency, and the date on which the currency exchange rate. Okay, date and the corresponding currency exchange rate here. And we have another three more columns called category, rate, version, rate type. And if we see the SAP help on this particular point, so what SAP help is saying here? SAP help is saying maintaining this source currency valid from target currency, exchange rate, and rate type. These are mandatory. Okay, so these are the mandatory settings that you need to perform. Means rate type. Rate type you must perform. If you go to the rate type column, there is a drop down: average, closing, and blank. So by default, at least average you need to maintain as a default value. In order to get the proper conversion rates here, currency conversion in the story level. So in this currency conversion table, we maintain the source, target currency, date, and corresponding exchange rate, and then the rate type. And these two are optional. Category, if you are maintaining the currency exchange rates for different versions, actuals, budget, planning, you can maintain them according to it. Okay, so this is one thing. So how exactly? For example, this is the given by SAP. But in real time, what happens? We need the exchange rates. In BW, we have the currency exchange rate tables available. In ECC also same kind. So from ECC, we will load into BW, and in BW, based upon the T-CUR table and all, exchange rate conversion will be happened. Now, if you want to upload that data into this BW, SAP, what you need to do for whichever. You can create a new table if you want. For example, like I can create my own table, currency underscore, for example, USD to INR. If I want to create a custom table with this name, I can create it. So whichever custom table I created, and initially there will be no entries. And if you want, you can maintain entries manually also. And if you feel maintaining a lot of entries manually is not possible, so in such cases, what you can do, you can upload them from a file, or you can upload them from any of the BW source. So what are where I can get that option? By selecting this currency conversion table, and you see this import button was enabled. So here you see you can have an option to import from so going to here by selecting this particular conversion table and going to import, whether you can take data from a file or from the data source, and if it is a data source, it can be from a Google Drive file or BPC system or BW system. Okay, these are the options SAP is providing to import the data from the BW connection source connections. Okay, and the data must be in the same format like for how we seen here. For example, if I open currency USD EUR table, you see that I maintain the data from USD to EUR conversion. If we maintain the conversion from USD to EUR, automatically system can handle the EUR to USD conversion also. Both ways the system can handle. And you see I maintain the category as actuals and rate type average. So, and this is the exchange rate. And if we see here, when I'm maintaining data here, for month January, I maintained only one entry. and for February one entry. Till 6th month I maintained only one entry for each month. But from the July month I maintained for all the days in July and all the days of August. Just keep this in mind. So when we do this example, we can see, understand this how it is working. So this is all about a currency conversion table. Means before we work with currencies, we must know that there is a conversion table available in SAC under this currency conversion, and which contains currency exchange rates. So once this is done, now we go to creation of models. Now I am going to create a model. Okay, I'm taking classical account based model and taking data from my CSV file using, which creates the account based model. Not this one, discard, and go to, from CSV or Excel file, then selecting my source file. So this time I'm loading data from my Excel file. So if Excel file contains only one sheet, it will take the data automatically. But if it contains multiple sheets, it will ask for like which sheet you want to load. I'm selecting my sheet and then clicking on import button. The video length will be a little bit lengthy because of to know the details in detail. Yeah, it is necessary. Now, I am in the transformation phase. Now I need to create, select and check the data types of each one is correct or not. Yeah, document number is correct. Created on, it is showing generic data type. I need to change it to date because it is of date type. Okay. And then it is checking the data validation. Once we selected the data type, it will do the data validation. So everything is fine here. Sales representative person, salesperson, and you see salesperson name is the description column. So I need to add the description here and mention the description column here so that both will be binded together. Similarly, material type also, material. Yeah, now good. Now go to material. So the material is of okay. I have material description. So material description is nothing but this one. And this material type and material group I want to add as a properties to my material. So I am going to add a properties here, add property one property and add material type. Add another property to select my material group. Okay, so this is done. Because of doing data validation, it is taking some time. Now next one is plant. So plant also I'm taking having a description column. So I'm adding description here and selecting plant description. And coming to location also I'm having description. So I'm adding description column here. Now, if you want your model to perform currency conversions, you need to have the currency column available. Okay, in account based model also, you see I have a column called currency here, and in the model at a one dimension, you need to either one dimension, either it can be organization dimension. If you select organization dimension, what will happen? Currency by default will be linked here. Okay, if not organization dimension, if I take it as a generic, in such case what I can do here, you see, add a property. In the property there is a option called currency. You see there is an option called currency. I can add one currency column here, and in the currency column I can map my currency column from the sheet into the here. Okay, like this I can do. So now this is also done. Now coming to amount is anything but assigned. It's a measure field, account based measure field. I can change it to account dimension because it is a account based model. I am changing it as a no, signed data, right? Measure, sorry, it's not this one, it's a measure. One second. Yeah, my file is not exactly in the same format like this. Yeah, let it be like this, not problem. And then click on save button. So when I'm trying to create the save button and then click on create model. So if you click on this symbol, what happens? The model properties will come. Here planning was not enabled. Yeah, I don't want planning as of now. Default currency is USD. Now I'm creating this model. So I want to create this model under which folder? Training folder. So sales underscore USD, I can say, or else currency. Click on OK. Now it's creating model. Yeah. So model was created. Now if I go to model structure now, I can see the data was loaded into my model. You see, account based rest. This is account based, type of model where I have this one amount is account column, and you see the values came into signed one and all are fine. If I go to location dimension, in the location dimension, I can see currency column. So this is currency, and by default it was maintained USD here. It is good to maintain, for hash also, it's good to maintain the default currency as USD. Okay, and then click on save button. Now coming to the model settings. Okay, now click on the settings symbol. It will go to model settings. So in the model settings, we need to understand few things. So currently it is an analytical model, and go to this date settings. We need to maintain a date field. So yeah, date is already good. Planning is not the currency. If in order to perform currency conversions on top of the data in this model, we need to enable this currency conversion button. Okay, when you enable this currency conversion button, you see on the bottom it is asking display settings, default currency. It is asking to have one default currency. So USD is a default currency here, and dimension. This currency was defined on the dimension location. That's why it is showing location here. And then currency conversion settings. So when you want to perform currency conversion, using which currency conversion table to perform this currency conversion. So for that, it is showing all the available ones. So I'm selecting my currency USD UR is a table to use for the conversions. And maximum number of currency conversions, this is one of the setting to be used at a story level. Okay, based upon this, I can perform multiple currency conversions at a time. So it means at a time I can perform 4 currency conversions in my story. If you want to increase, you can increase based upon your requirement here. Okay, now click on OK. So at model level, enabling the currency conversion radio button and providing the currency conversion table to use for conversions is the important point before we go and create the story. So far we are done with the model part. Now I am going to create a new story consuming this particular model information, and will show you how to get different currencies at a story level. So let's go to another tab here and go to training. Now go here and then create a story. So let's create a canvas story. So I'm using my classical design experience as of now. Now I'm inside add data. So I'm adding my model to this story. So model was attached to the story. Now go to the storyboard. Now add table, because to learn this currency conversions, having table type, table structure is more convenient to see the values and all. So now I got a table here on the left hand side. On the builder, I can see on the columns account dimension was added. In account dimension, we have only one column amount. Then fine. Now on the rows, I am going to add my location, because my currencies are enabled at a location level. To show you better understanding, I am bringing location here. So if you see for different locations, these are the amounts. So by default, what happened? This data is in the USD format. Okay, you see there is a cross calculation came because I enabled currency conversion for this model. This cross calculation tab is coming here. Okay, and whatever currently we are seeing, these are nothing but the default currency in the USD format. Okay, because everything is in dollars, so it is not showing this one. So next point is the next one, what we are going to learn is if I click on this filter section under cross calculations, and if I see the default currency is USD. For example, if I enable this currency, then what exactly it is showing? There is no difference because the data what we loaded into this particular file is everything is in USD. So that's why this symbol is not showing correctly as of now. Let's make it default currency USD here, and I will show you how to create a new column and then create your currency conversion column. So now go to column section, and I'm selecting this cross calculation. In order to perform currency conversions, we need this cross calculation at report level. Whenever we need this cross calculation here, you see automatically one new column row came here with cross calculation, displaying my data default currency USD. Now under this cross calculation, now I'm going to create a new formula, new add calculation. So in this, I'm going to create a type as a currency conversion. So I need to provide a name. So I'm giving amount as my name. I am not prefixing with anything with EUR and all. Why? Because system will prefix already. I will show you now. Currency, I want to convert into euro currency, so I'm giving euro here, and this dynamic category I'm not changing anything. Based upon the date, booking date, based upon the data availability in the model, it will do the currency conversion. Click on OK button. Now you see one more column will be added to this one. So what happened here? Nothing happened. You see the currency conversion not happened at all. Here also it is showing 1000. Here also it is showing 1000. So what is the reason? The reason behind I will tell you. Let's first save this model. Not to do again one more time. Just save the storyboard. Okay. So go to training. Save the story currency conversion. So why exactly system not able to perform currency conversion is at model level we have missed to perform one setting. Okay, what is that setting? We didn't go to this account dimension. In the account dimension, we have amount KPI. So this account KPI we didn't define what exactly it is. So here in the one of the section called account type, not for currency, rate type, not rate type. Where is it? Units and currencies. You see under units and currencies there is nothing mentioned, none. It means it cannot understand what the value. It considers the value storing under this amount is normal number. It's not a currency at all. That's why system is not performing any currency conversion. Change the unit of it to currency, then save it. And if you want, you can change this rate type also. If you want, where is it? Rate type, because at currency conversion table we maintain the currency at average, right? You can maintain this average rate type also. Now click on save of this model. Now go to your storyboard and try to refresh now, because now this amount is a currency column. System will try to perform currency conversion. You see now the currency conversion was happened now. It was showing if we compare data with file, I loaded $1,000 for this location Rajahmundry. In our story also it is showing $1,000 for Rajahmundry here under amount, and it was converted to 908 euros in the euro column. So the currency conversion was successful now. Okay, like this you can create multiple currency conversions as per your requirement. As of now, in my currency conversion table, I maintained for this only. Now let's take the date dimension to better understanding in depth of this one. Now I am going to add a date dimension here into my column section. So where is date? Created on. So now this created on, I'm going to change the hierarchy to this year, month, day. Select. And I'm going to put filter to understand what data currently I'm having here. I'm going to filter by member. Under this, let me see what is the data I'm having here. So currently I'm having data for only July. So I'm selecting July here. So now July data. So if I expand this July data, I have only data for 2 dates, first and 5 dates. July 1st and July 5th. Then if you see here, 1 second. This table, I didn't explain you this about table properties and all. Here there is an option called wrapping here itself. Adaptive column width is there, but still it is giving too much thing. Okay, later we will see this one. Let me expand it further. Oh, okay, okay. I didn't forget to expand it. Sorry. Mm. Now, if you see each date based upon the date, it is performing the currency conversion here to here. Okay. Now, what is mentioned intention here in the model? As I told you, in my currency conversion table, I maintain the data for July month in detail. Means for each day, I maintain the currency conversion. But for January month, only for January first date only, I maintain the currency conversion. Right. Now, let's try to upload January data into this file. So I have another file here with all the January information with multiple dates from January. So now let me try to upload this data into my model. So how can I upload this data, append this data into my model? So I will go to my model. And go to this data management. I will try to upload some more data from file. So sales select source file is sales file only, sales USD. And I want to upload from this second sheet, import. So file is there. Now click on this file for to get the transformation. So now here it will show you the mappings properly done or not. So what happened, already model is there. Now we are trying to upload appending data into this model. Okay. You see import method. Is it update method or append method or clean and replace? Update or append means update means if already the combination available in system, it will update the value. Append means it will add the new entries. So I can keep append as it is. So and here you see dimensions. You got all dimensions matched. Attributes. Yeah, description is not matched. Okay, fine. Measures, everything is fine. So I'm clicking on finish mapping. So what will happen now? This data will be added to my target model. You can see. Now 26 lines got added into my data set. So since it is there, now if I go here and try to check filter now, I have my January data also. Let's minimize this date fields here. Go to the storyboard and try to go for filter on created date. Now filter my member. Now I can see my January also here on my data set. You see, I'm selecting January. So in January, I have many dates. Okay, 3 dates are there, then fine. Click on OK button. So now you see, even though now January data also, it is coming both in USD format and Euro format. Okay. Now if I expand this January data, even though I mentioned data for currency conversion rate only for January data, so I want to see what exactly it is happening here. So 513 got changed to 481. So because the January 1st exchange rate was maintained for 11 743, you see, even for 11th of January also $792 and 743 euros here. It is able to convert the missing date range. So what exactly happened here? What exactly happened is it will check, from it will take the information from the January 1st itself. Okay, because it was not maintained for that particular date. Let's see whether it taken the January information or February information. January exchange rate is 0.93842. Let's go here. 0.93842 is what is January month. 93202. 0.93202 is January. So this is for Jan. This is for Feb. Okay, and let's go and see the value here. In our story for January 11th, the value is $792. Okay, $792. And here it is 743 euros. Euro. This is euro. Let me multiply 792 with this currency conversion rate of January, which is 743. You see, it is matching. So even though it is January for this January 11th, you know, exchange rate is not available, it is considering data from the January month first date, and it is doing the currency conversion. Okay. To conclude here, what I meant to say, you have some settings. The starting point is to understand about currency conversion table in the at this level. Under model, you can see this currency conversion tab. Under, you need to know about this tables information, and then at model level we need to perform some settings for the currency conversion, and again at account level you need to enable that currency column, that property. So using all those such things, now at story level you can perform the currency conversion. Okay, I hope it is clear now with currency conversion.